Recording.
Okay. So today we are going to learn how to differentiate, how to find the instantaneous rate of change for a trigo function, okay? So when we talk about differentiation, definitely we have first the basic rule, the simple rule, okay? So I'm going to give you the simple rule for trigo. Okay, so the first one is, if you are given cos term, so the dy dx of it will be the cos, you change it to negative sin, the angle still fx, and you times with f prime x. So this is the first one that you have to write down in your notes for simple rule. Okay. B, if you are given a sin term, the angle can be anything. Fx is the angle, okay? So dy dx will be cos fx times by f prime x. Are you okay? So far, so good? So these are the things that you have to remember. I'm not going to go through first principle for all these. Okay. Okay, then the third one is okay, for this one, if you differentiate, it will be okay. Any questions so far? Do you see something new there?
Miss, I have a question.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, ask.
What is SEC?
Okay. Okay, what is SEC? Okay, I will tell you, you tell me what is SEC afterward. Let me do this. If I have y equal to 3 tangent x. Okay, for example, I don't know what is this one. I don't know. So I know that tangent x is sin x over cos x, correct? So that is the relationship that you have to know. What is tangent x in relation to sin x and cos x? So if I just have the A and B answer, so how am I going to find the derivative of tangent x? I definitely change it to yes? Am I right? So now what rule should I use if I want to find the derivative of sin x over cos x? What rule must I use? I have to use quotient rule, correct? Now everyone start using your quotient rule. Everyone start doing. Okay, so my u is sin x. My v is cos x. So you differentiate sin x, you got cos x. You differentiate x, you got 1. You differentiate cos x, you got negative sin x. You differentiate x, you get 1. So therefore, your dy dx will be equal to 3 times of v times u prime, take away u times v prime. The whole thing divided by v squared. Okay. So I end up with 3 times of cos x, the whole thing square. Negative times negative, I got positive. Plus sin x, the whole thing square, divide by cos x, the whole thing square. Okay, now, there are a few important things that you have to remember in Trigo. Please write down all these formula in Trigo. Sin of an angle square or cos of an angle square in Trigo, we can write it as, we put the 2 at the middle. That is how we write. Okay? So now, can someone tell me what does, okay, never mind, not yet. Okay, so this is the first thing, you have to take notes about Trigo. Those who don't know Trigo, you better write all this in your notes. Number 2, sin square of any angle. The angle can be x, the angle can be 2x, angle can be 3x, plus cos square of the same angle. The value is always equal to 1. So this is another true facts about sin and cos that you must know. Okay, so now I'm going to simplify this and I'm going to write this as 3 times 1 over cos square x. And I write this as 3 sec square x. So who can tell me what does sec represent? Secant. What does secant represent? Hello? Yes? Yes, 1 over cos. So if I have 1 over cos x, I can write as secant x. So next time you see secant, you know is 1 over cos. Are you clear? So all this formula is a must to remember. Please write down in your 1-page handwritten notes. Please, please, please. Trigo is playing around with formula. You cannot remember, never mind. I got give you 1-page handwritten notes. So you don't tell me you cannot remember. So are you clear? So for tangent, correct, we are not going to go through this trouble. We straight away write down in our notes so that we can do it. Okay? So far, so good about differentiation. Okay, let's try another one. Shall we? Can we? Want to think. Okay. Example 1. Okay. Pi by 8. Okay. Any question before I let you do? Hello, young people. Sure, you know what to do.
Wait, Miss. What do you mean by find the exact rate of change?
Huh? What do you mean by find the exact rate of change? Do you know that when we study differentiation, I just taught my fat intake. dy dx represent what?
The rate of change?
Yeah, lor.
Oh,
Miss, what is cosec?
Okay. What is cosec? So now please cosec. That's why I slowly release one by one. Cosec x, sec is 1 over cos, correct? So cosec will be
Sine
1 over sin. Yeah. So this case, you definitely have to use chain rule. So you see, this time Mr. very clever idea. I don't want to. So everyone, for this case, correct, you have to write like that first. Y equal to 1 over sin 2x. So this is sin 2x to the power of -1. So use chain rule to find. You try. See whether you still remember your chain rule or not. Now you know why I don't want to mix trigo with others, because trigo is very tricky, okay? So you have to know all stuff. Okay, so bring down the power, copy down the whole thing, square, -2, power -1. Then time by the derivative of whatever in the bracket, that is cos 2x. Can I stop here? No. I still have to multiply by the derivative of this. That is 2. So you see, a lot of steps. So you have to go step by step. So this is equal to -2 cos 2x over sin 2x squared. Okay. In this case, you can straight away substitute in. That is dy dx equal to -2 cos 2. Your x is pi by 8 divided by sin 2 times pi by 8, the whole thing squared. So this is equal to -2 cos pi by 4 divided by sin pi by 4 squared. Okay. Bram, can you please have a look at chapter 1? There is a table there. Can you tell me what is the exact value of cos pi by 4? Some of your calculator can give you exact value. Cos pi by 4 is equal to sin pi by 4 is equal to root 2 over 2. Am I right? So
Yes,
this is something that you have to remember. Please, class. If your calculator cannot give you the exact value, you better copy down the table. Clear? So this is equal to -2 root 2 over 2 divided by root 2 over 2 times root 2 over 2. That is called square. So cancel. So I got -4 over root 2, which is -4 root 2 over 2. So which is -2 root 2. Hello? So you see, trigo is a very tedious task, but if you got every information there, you just need to substitute and do it slowly, it's fine. Whoever cannot simplify things like that, correct? You better go and buy the kind of calculator whereby you can key in root 2 and it can give you the exact value. Hello? Yeah? Okay. One more trigo ratio that I would like to introduce you from here. Look at, for this case, I also can write it as, look here, right? So in the exam, they also can ask you to show this. So cotangent means cos over sin. Are you clear? Tangent means sin over cos. And this is cosec. So in the exam, I can ask you to show this. If I ask you to show this, you just do until here, correct? I may not give you mark. You have to write until this step. Or -2, thank you. Are you clear? So the trigo ratio now, you must get to know there are altogether 6 of them. 6 trigo ratio. That is sin, cos, tangent, cosec, or we call it cosecant, secant, that is, this is 1 over sin, this is 1 over cos, tangent is sin over cos. Please put down the angle, I didn't put, I better put. If not, you also don't put. Okay, and cotangent. Okay.
Miss, can you go to
This,
the previous slide for a bit?
done?
Yeah, done. Thank you.
Okay. Right? So can you tell me what is d dx of cosec? Can someone tell me what is d dx of cosec? Okay, 1 over sin. So is sin x to the power -1. So dy dx, take down the power, copy down the whole thing, power take away 1, times by the derivative of the power. All right? So this will be equal to negative cos x over sin square x. So it will be negative cotangent x times cosec. Yep. So cos, 1 over cos is sec. So this is 1 over cos x. So do the same thing. Okay, so this one you can write down, you can don't want to write down, up to you. But the 3 basic rule you must write down, and all these you must write down in your notes. Yeah. So take down the power, copy down the whole thing, power take away 1, times by the derivative of cos x. Can I know what is the dy dx of cos x, Calvin?
Is it negative sin x?
Thank you. So this one become negative times negative, you got positive, so it will be tangent x times sec x. Right? So that is how you do for trigo. So a lot of formula you have to remember, you have to jot down in your one-page handwritten notes now. Don't wait. So I've given you a lot, correct? Please put it down. Okay, everyone, let's try with this. Pi by 6. I want pi by 6. Yeah, okay. Okay. So class, I'm going to show you how to get the answer for those. Yeah. So first of all, I do my u is x. The v is cos x. So u prime is 1. V prime is negative sin x. And please remember, actually you have to put a 1 here. Remember, you have to time by f prime x. Okay, but here is 1. So you are used to it already. You don't have to write. So my dy dx will be equal to v u prime plus u v prime. Okay, now I substitute cos pi by 6 plus pi by 6 times negative sin pi by 6. So cos pi by 6 is √3/2. Take away pi by 6. Sin pi by 6 is half. So you get your final answer. Are you clear? Okay. Got it? So I'm going to give you another question. Find the exact. Can. Yeah, okay. How to handle this? Okay. The graph, you don't have to bother, okay? You just, the one you can get from your scientific calculator, okay? And I can get the shape of the graph from your graphic calculator. Okay, so you have your y equal to negative cos 2x, correct? So I want the rate of change to be -1, so I must get the rate of change function first. You differentiate cos, you got negative sin. You differentiate 2x, you get 2. So this one is 2 sin 2x. Yeah. So I want the gradient to be -1. So 2 sin 2x equal to -1. So therefore, sin 2x equal to -half. So if you still remember how I do the trigo, yeah. If you are familiar already, you don't have to write all these steps. So first of all, I know that my x is between 0 and 2 pi. So my 2x will be between 0 and 4 pi. So it goes 2 rounds. So these are everything that I keep in my mind. I don't have to show it to the examiner. And the graph also. So there are actually 4 answers, you see, to have a slope of negative half. So second step, I have to find the value of the acute angle, that is sin inverse half. Okay, if you go and have a look at the table, you know it's pi by 2. A pi by 6. Right? So then you go to your, then you have to know sin 2x is negative. So therefore, 2x is in third and fourth quadrant. Okay, so third quadrant, what to do? So your 2x is equal to pi plus the acute angle. 1 plus 1 over 6 is 7 over 6. So your first x is 7 pi by 12. So the second one, you go second round, you plus 2 pi. That is 3 pi plus pi by 6. 3 times 6 is 8. 3 plus 1 over 6. So it's 19 pi over 6. So your x will be 19 pi over 12. Okay, if you talk about fourth quadrant, then your 2x will be equal to 2 pi minus pi by 6. So this one, I straight away give you the answer. X equal to 2 minus 1 over 6 is, calculator, 11 over 6. So 11 pi by 12. 2x, go the second round, it will be 4 pi minus pi by 6. So your x will be equal to 23 pi by 12. Are you okay? So this is how it goes. So for this particular question, correct? If you don't show me all this, you can do it without showing me all this, it's fine. You can just straight away say that, therefore, x equal to 7 pi by 12. Then this is the second bigger one, 11 pi by 12. Then 19 pi by 12. Then the last one, 23 pi by 12. Are you clear? So the one on the right hand side is for you to visualize. So the answer for this question, I will see it as like that. Okay, for example, this question I give 3 marks. I only give 3 marks. You get it correct? You get the differentiation correct, you get 1 mark. Yeah. You get this one correct, you get this one correct. That is how you get your 3 marks. This question is only 3 marks. So for those who are not very good in this part of it, so you do until here, you get 2 marks. So because our purpose here is not to test you whether you know how to solve trigo function or not. We are testing you about calculus for trigo. So that's why we only allocate 1 mark for this one. So you see how our allocation of mark. So if you don't know how to do the one on the right hand side, please don't give up. You try your best to learn it up. If still cannot, don't. So you see or not, you have to be smart in your learning, especially when you go higher level. Student,